that would have been good. Um, there's no really using brainstorm. I don't. There probably is, right? I don't know what the win condition is, though. Evidence was collected. No. What's the other one? Is it an uncommon? Of course it's an uncommon. God. Hmm. Maybe one clear the mind if you play 4 Tellurian Terror. I'm not gonna go poison counters. Refurbished Familiar is good if I can get enough artifacts. Which, with the mana, you can? With lands alone? Maybe? Forgot about that. What about you? You can find a swamp, and it can also just be a thing to cast. Maybe like one. Suppose the same logic is applied to Thoughtcast? The Mill 5? Maybe. Maybe. So is that 12 artifacts? I don't think I'm going to play off-color artifact lands. Oh, I need removal. Scorpion Sting? Wait, don't we have Grasp of Darkness? Yeah, we do. I don't know if that's good. I'm trying to think where it would not be. I think hard removal's reasonable enough. Like, breathe your last. I much prefer to play murder, but... What about libation? Edicts. I have innocent blood. This costs 3 though. I'm not sure. I could remove some card draw. Like that. Oh, we have Snuff Out. There's actually... There are some black creatures. Oh, it's not an artifact too, isn't it? No, it's just not black. So it's Doomblade. There's Refurbished Familiar. There's, what else is black? The Germ token is black in the Affinity deck. I don't know. Maybe Snuff Out is actually good. I can't say I hate it. I need a blue-black land that's an island. At least one. Like one ice tunnel. Maybe 2 ice tunnels. I could just die to damage. I don't have any life gain. That's a little bit hard to accomplish, though. I'm not going to play Fangs. You could play Fangs. I don't have a lot of creatures for it, though. I'm not playing Delve cards. I could go down to 1, clear the mine. Oh, I have Brainstorm in here. Right, I forgot. I didn't play any shuffle fetch lands. I do have Lorien Revealed to shuffle. I could just play Ponder instead. Oh, there's actually more options than I thought. Not too shabby. Maybe this is actually a thing. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, brainstorm is like it probably. Hmm. All right. Let's go down to the land. Oop. Up a ponder. Because you have cantrips, you can play less lands. I don't know by how many, but like that. Even preordained is fine. Maybe again, brainstorm not the greatest when you don't shuffle. It's still a cantrip. You still just, draw one card. It just replaces itself. Still draw one. I mean, there's so many options. We have Ponder, we have Brainstorm, we have Preordain, we have Illumination, the other Scry 2, Draw 2, Clear the Mind to loop your deck, Deduce. Like, there's so much card. Lorien Revealed. I'm surprised at the amount of tools that a blue-black control deck has in Pauper, but I guess it probably still struggles against like Bant Hexproof, but you have Innocent Blood Libation, like as Edicts. Hard removal seems better than Grasp of Darkness, giving -4/-4. You can probably take time off to just, cast 3 mana removal instead. Format isn't that fast, really. With the artifact lands, you could play Thought Scour and Refurbished Familiar, too. But maybe Thought Scour is a little sketchy when you have so many cantrips and card draw anyways. And I don't know if Clear the Mind wants to be played in the same deck as Tolarian Terror. But if they all die, then it would be nice to have a way to do it again. So maybe just one Clear the Mind is fine, right? You're not trying to loop your deck, you're just trying to kill your opponent with terrors slowly. I mean, there's also a Troll, but I don't really know. And without fetch lands, like Terramorphic Expanse, Brainstorm is a little sketchy, but you still shuffle with these two, technically. It's not the worst. And at the very worst, it simply just draws one card. It's just a cantrip if you brainstorm lock yourself, quote unquote. But you could maybe just play Preordain instead, honestly. Ponder also shuffles. You could maybe do 3 and 3, or like 2 and 3, because there's inconsistent shuffling. Maybe just no brainstorms at all, just go into Preordain. There's options. Let's just start here. There are options. I'm sure there's like some kind of huge problem that I'm not thinking about, but we're gonna try. We are sure gonna try. I guess this is a hand. Who knows, maybe people concede when you play artifact lands, even though you don't actually eat that affinity. Do I just cast Ponder? I do have a Brainstorm. Maybe not. Like, what am I in a rush for? What am I looking for that would make me want to Ponder? I don't even know what I'm up against yet. Might as well wait. Heaped Spaghetti. Oh, wow. Okay, so some green-red ramp deck? Is there land destruction? Is there enough to play a deck that does that for real? I don't know. Land destruction seems like it would struggle heavy against like the established, like Bant Hexproof doesn't even need lands. Or Affinity, really. Well, Affinity's lands, actually a lot of them are indestructible. What is that? When a land enters, I take a damage. Alright. Interesting. Sure. I was going to cast Innocent Blood anyways. So I'll take the 2 for 1. Let's Brainstorm first. Actually. Okay, that's good. Let's shuffle away you and put Ponder on top. Might not actually even end up shuffling this, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to shuffle this. I think I'm just going to cast Deduce and draw them. Well, no landfall, I guess. I guess it was closer to a 3 for 1. They had a discard to the familiar. Sure. I'm gonna just draw a card. That does not have haste, right? It's just a giant token. Does the stat... It does not perpetually change stats. Alright. Land... I'm just always killing this. And then I'll Ponder. These are all good except the Clear the Mind. I'm going to confidently say I can draw through all of these without losing the game. Doesn't get haste. I think I can take time to let that just hit me. I would really like a land. Actually, I can land cycle for 1 land and guarantee it. It also shuffles away Clear the Mind, which I don't want. Yeah, this is fine. And then I can just do this. And Snuff Out is the same? It's the same? If I take a damage? Yeah, we're going to just kill it. It's literally the same amount of damage. Alright, Terror's in play. They didn't crack the Heaped Harvest. I guess there's no reason. You can just wait till maybe you find more land damage dealing things. Okay, no, they just do it. Sure. I would have maybe waited there, though, to be fair. Also, it might not matter. Let's just draw here. I mean, my hand is 5 removal spells, so think we're chilling. This draws 2, so I can draw through these cards. And I guess I'm gonna just swing and kill this thing here. And what do I gain? 1 life for each of its colors? Yeah, let's just kill it now. Not sandbag my opponent here. Search your library for a tap. Okay. My opponent's deck is actually kind of cool. Doesn't fare too well against maybe the 500 removal spell deck, but it's still pretty cool. Yep. It's it's a little bit of an uphill battle. Cool deck though. If they had like critical mass of the ping, I think there's a 2-mana version of this card, which I assume they have in their deck as well. They could have poked me a lot. I actually don't have a ton of life gain, so it could get sketchy there. Oh my. Well, this is why Ponder and stuff are good, because you can keep hands like this. Oh man, this takes me back to like 2018. 1 land, cantrip, go in standard. Do I trust Ponder? Kinda, but not really. Oh boy, this doesn't bode too well. I'm just gonna island cycle. I'm not gonna. I don't trust Ponder. I can grab that. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so Storm? Of some degree. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but I'm sure I'll find out pretty fast. Why does this cost 2? Oh, right. Refurbished itself as an artifact. I don't really have counter spells. So wonder what's going on. If oh, is it black red mad? No, no, it's not madness. I actually have no idea what's going on. I can't even guess. Kadoltha? Okay, that's damage, but that's not like a combo. They also got rid of it when they could have used it, so. Okay, well, fair enough. We're gonna ponder for something that matters. This matters, these two don't. I could probably draw through them. I'm gonna shuffle that. I just don't trust that. Alright. Ideally, I can cast this full retail. Okay. They did not do that last time. Putrid Goblin first day. So I don't think there's anything I can do with that. These are sorcery speed answers. But you do need another card. It is a at least I'm fairly certain it's a 3-card combo. Maybe a 4-card combo? Because you need a way to, like, constantly get the goblin dead. That doesn't do it. Like, what do you do with Putrid Goblin here? Is it just a thing you play? Like, in your deck? Huh. I wish I could definitively say what's going on, but I can't. I don't believe there's a big reason to cast Innocent Blood, so I'm not going to. I mean, I'm totally shielded down to combo. Empty the Warrens? So with Skirk Prospector, you can have infinite red mana with first day of class, but that doesn't cast anything. Oh, but then you spam your red card draw, and then you could just blow up with... Okay, I see what's going on. I understand now. Cool. Another deck that doesn't look like it has new cards, but there it is doing stuff. Let's go straight into combat. My life total's a little irrelevant because I'm going to get one shot. Do I cast another Terror or double Innocent Blood? Double Innocent Blood attacks my opponent's total mana, but I don't know if that matters. I don't know. I mean, they're dead in the air. Okay, the Tolarian Terror is irrelevant. The flyers matter. I can never get in with the 5/5 on the ground. Just doesn't matter. Also, I can simply cast another one. I'm going to give my opponent the option to maybe have 2 red removal spells. But, like, Terror doesn't matter. It's just trying to fly in for lethal with one of these 2 things, and I might as well remove 2 red sources. I just ask my opponent to kill me this very turn. Cool. Alright, well, it's a 4-card combo, so not that exciting to... enthralling for me to play, I feel, but, yeah, you know, it's doing something. Also, I actually had a ton of answers to it, I just didn't draw any of them. I could have just very easily lived if I drew something that mattered. I just didn't. You love me, oh my. That makes one of us. Old tech? What's old tech? I don't know what old tech is. I'm gonna hold on to that. I think? Yeah, we're gonna hold on to that. I could just take 3 and start drawing. What the heck? Let's maybe not take 3. So, Brainstorm... Yeah, it's actually pretty nice that I just don't have to... shuffle Brainstorms. bake into pie. They got rid of a removal spell. Huh. They must have another one. Murder. Oh, toxic. To be fair, drawing a land is perfectly reasonable. When I hit a land every turn, so might as well do it. I'm gonna tap that. There's no way I'm cycling this. I'm just gonna hard cast it. My opponent could theoretically kill all of my creatures, and I could run out of answers to kill my opponent. Especially mono black. What is that? Okay. Well, looks like we got in there. I'm winning the whatever damage race this is. Let's draw now. I'm not going to ponder. Oh yeah, this is an artifact too. Well, to be fair, we haven't had many new sets since Historic Pauper came out. I haven't really seen anything from the new sets that have been around that showed up since then. I mean, lifelink, and when it dies, put a counter on something. Okay, so that is pretty sketchy. But I can beat it. It's also not Fangs. I feel like Fangs is perfectly reasonable to play. They also just didn't attack. Maybe a complete mistake to not attack there? It's not the end of the world that they didn't attack, but it feels like a bit of a mistake. I would attack, that's my point. I'm attacking. Alright, so I think there's some kind of cheat death spell, because they're just like sandbagging a spell. I'm not going to swing. Actually, I think I could. I have a Tolarian Terror. Well, if it's a cheat death, you can't block anyways, so... yeah, can't use it. Yeah, it's a 1-mana spell, so it must be whatever that Undying card is or something. Yeah, I mean, I would expect to see roughly the same kind of cards from 2 years ago as well. I don't think that's, I mean, that's what I have been seeing today and yesterday. There haven't been that many new cards in Pauper. Especially when everyone's playing, like, the quadrillion, like, Affinity and stuff. Affinity didn't get anything new. I don't even think Bant Hexproof got anything new, actually. Does cheat death... I don't think Innocent Blood's a good idea here. No, I can swing first, and if it is a cheat death, they just get blown out completely. And I'm rather convinced that is, in fact, what it is. You have to have 3 creatures to block that, so I can't block that. I'm gonna let this go. I'm not gonna do anything. Oh, it just went. Alright. It just happened. Sure. Let's do this. Oh, Bant got the literal card Bogle. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. There you go. That applies. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should play it again. That's quite significant. Maybe that completely nullifies people playing that weird 1-mana Ward 2 creature I've never understood. Okay, well, you can't swing with it anyways. Can I finally see what this card is? Nope. Alright, they're over it. Yeah. I guess it wasn't a cheat death, or I don't know, it was some random 1 minute spell that they never cast. I have Geist Wave, right? Doesn't mine have Geist Wave? I think it does. Yeah, it has 4 Geist Waves. Maybe Annihilating Glare is a bit weird too. Sounds like maybe the weird ones. Not super consistent and blowing up Relic either, but it can kind of do it. Yeah, I liked Geist Wave. Yeah, it's mostly green-white hexproof, but I like blue because the backup creature. With Bogles, maybe you just don't need to play blue anymore. But I like the idea of 16 creatures instead of 12. Why not? Why not? Oh yeah, you invented the Geist Wave tech? Nice. Fencing Ace. Okay. Well, so far I just look like Affinity. I think I'm gonna... yeah, I'm gonna Ponder. That is 3 lands. I like the first one, but I don't like the next ones. Okay, I'll shuffle that. Do we have the special little unicorn? No. I would rather kill this. Actually, no, I shouldn't. Let's just cycle. This is kind of why I wanted to keep the 3 lands. But I didn't. I want to kill the dumb scaling creatures. And not be too concerned about my opponent's life total. Okay. Looks like my opponent has Fancy Instance. Great. Well, that's a land. Innocent Blood? Gotta cast it eventually. Okay. I don't think I'm clearing the mind. I'm just gonna Windmill Slam Tolarian Terror. They didn't kill it. That doesn't work. That was a massive mistake. Alright. No shame conceit, though. Look at that. I'll draw that ponder. I'm gonna shuffle that, definitely. Alright, the clock is online. Do I just clear the mind? No. I want to keep these sheep here. I could just kill this, but again, scaling creatures are a problem, not this random 2/3. Target player shuffles a graveyard in the library. I could target my opponent. I don't care at all about the cards in there. Oh wow, they have 78 cards. Alright, this is the like 4th person that has like 100 cards in their deck. Alright, they did it right this time. I don't even know what this does. Okay, it only does 4 damage, so opponent doing more very confusing things. Interesting. I drew Brainstorm. That makes targeting myself more appealing. And I'm just going to draw 3 at some point. Oh, we're doing it right this time? Okay, my opponent's doing it right this time. Alright, you did it. There you go. The old 3 for 1. To be fair, the 4 damage was not that crazy, but I shouldn't really have a Tellurian Terror right now. I think they should both be dead. Well, you're not winning the damage race. Yeah, we'll draw 3. We'll draw 3. That's fine. What is that? When it dies, put its counters on a creature. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Which is this lethal? No. Alright, yep. There we go. 100 card mono white nonsense. Interesting. They also drew like the same cards over and over in their 80 card deck too. Okay. It's Urionless Urion. Pawpurr Urion. Pawpurr Urion. I want to see what the Bant Hexproof matchup is like, but I feel like it's pretty obvious. You just have to Edict or lose. So maybe it's like I already know what it's like. I don't really need to see it. Cantrip. Snuff out. I do have a swamp too. Alright. What does that do? Discard a card, sack it, draw. Okay. Opponent? You gonna play a mono red deck and not know your cards work? Dang it. I don't think I'm snuffing that out. Bruh. If you're gonna play a card like this, you can't fall asleep every 2 seconds. When this enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2. Sure. Sacrifice this, create a 2/2. Okay. Oh, it's this stupid thing. Great. Well, there's not much I can do about that. I can't even... Okay. Holy Lord, opponent. Are you serious? Alright, I'm just gonna move on. I'm not going to sit there for 20 minutes while my opponent pretends to think. Nope. You shouldn't play a red deck if the blue-black control player is faster than you. Well, it's hard to mulligan a double ponder hand, so... Yeah, let's make sure we don't miss land drops. I think I'd rather keep the breathe. Just so I mean, I could upkeep shuffle it, actually. Does that make sense? What does this do? When it dies, you may search your library for a card named... Reveal it, put in your hand. So, the first one finds the next one? Wow. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Ponder. Familiar. I guess I can not put familiar to my hand if it ends up mattering. I don't think I'm gonna snuff that out, but that's a really cool card. I'm here for it. Let's cast a funny random thing. Okay, that's moderately surprising to see. Well, you don't really ever want to draw them. Okay, my opponent drew apparently all of them. Let's just start killing them? There's a Mole Drifter in it, too. Essence Scatter is odd. Very odd. I really like this card. I might actually put it in my deck. Didn't know it existed. Let's go ahead and kill that. Like, if I had it myself, we'd be chilling. Let's, I think shuffle back in. I like the idea of doing that. Tuh, that's ironic. There is nothing else to do. I guess I'll pass. Why didn't they cast the 2/1? Okay. Yeah, I don't really get what this deck is. Mole Drifter's odd. It's like blue-black control, but has like random creatures sprinkled in, which are doing a very good job right now. Don't get me wrong. Looks like I will lose to these. What's it called? Wretched Throng. You have another Essence Scatter? Or rather, is it worth casting here? Opponent gets rid of a removal spell. Alright, so probably shouldn't expect this to keep me alive. Let's get rid of you two. And then ponder shuffle. Still kind of losing here. Alright, losing real fast. All it takes is an Essence Scatter, and I am dead. Or Delver Removal, which would also do it. I can't do anything about that. Yep. We know of one removal spell. Nope, no, pretty obvious there. Wretched Throng. Alright. That's cool. I like it more than my shuffle card. Games haven't mattered. We can maybe reassess that when it does, but it also shuffles for Brainstorm, which is really funny. Could probably get rid of the Troll. No, the Troll's fine. I don't like that -5/-5 card they played. I just not at all a fan of that. What about 2 Deduce? Like that? The Obnixilus something. Oh, I had 4. Huh. I don't like Muldrifter either. I know it, like, draws cards and, like, is a thing that can win as a 2/2 or whatever. I don't know if I like it. It's not a spell. I don't think it fits in here. Essence Scatter is a bit weird, too, I feel. I'm not 100% on Essence Scatter. Maybe instead of Libation, Essence Scatter? It's still weird, though. I don't know if I like it. I feel like I don't. Spell Pierce has not been great. I think you need hard counters, because games go on so long. Everyone has, like, 500 million lands. There is the... No, it's an uncommon. Never mind. I could try 4 Essence Scatters for the sake of it. No, let's just try 3. I'm just not a huge fan of counterspells in Pauper that much. Do we have actual counterspell? Hold on. No, we don't, right? No, that's just normal Pauper. Normal Pooper. That Throng is neat. Okay. 1 land, Brainstorm Ponder. Keeping it. Beautiful. Do I cast one now, or do I wait? I think I wait. Those are lands. I'm gonna wait because my opponent is the dumb deck. And there's no reason to familiar my own thing here. Okay, maybe they're not the dumb deck. What is this? Is it the same thing from last time? Okay, it's this one. They got rid of a Galvanic Blast. Okay. Sure. This trades with the 2/2 and gets a card out of their hand while they don't have mana for madness. Otherwise, I can't really play this when they have mana. I'm a bit blown away it's this difficult to discard. That's probably a very bad sign of a profoundly good hand, I guess. Well, opponent, you can't cast it. That's why I did this now. Alright. We're figuring it out. Opponent figured it out. Please kill this. Quiet. So, Innocent Blood, kind of ugly right now. My hand is kind of ugly, and it's not going to be helped with this thing here. Alright, actually, you know what? If this actually works, that would be great. If I could play a Black Source and Edict myself, I could shuffle. I don't know, there's a moderately solid chance this 2-1 doesn't do anything. It's really annoying that they have 2 of the flyers in their deck. And they got around my Essence Scatters because of course they did. So, swing. Well, I don't know the point of not attacking if you didn't want to do that, but sure. Where is my removal? Alright, I don't know why you had to take 10,000 years to do that, but thank you. Could have just cast it first there. Well, that's a reason I don't like Essence Scatter, but I don't know if I had a removal spell would have saved me. Kind of. This is why I really just don't like Essence Scatter. That was a prime example of it. I haven't seen the Hexproof deck, so maybe I just get rid of Innocent Blood. But I don't know, like, what's that much better than Innocent Blood. Was it Moment of Craving or something? It's an instant. I don't know what it's called. I think it's Moment of Craving. Am I okay with a -2/-2 removal spell, though? Kind of? Is there another one? Also, hello. Yeah, I'm gonna try Moment instead of maybe Innocent Blood, I think. And just accept that the Bant Hexproof deck is like an auto... To be fair, Innocent Blood most of the time doesn't save you anyways, and it is like one of those pseudo auto losses. Because just because you cast it doesn't mean they don't have another creature that you have to, you know, then deal with that one. And they probably have more creatures than you do Innocent Bloods, so you would run out of answers eventually. It just seems like an awful matchup. Well, That's not a good start for me. What's the follow-up? What is the follow-up? What is that? Until end of turn, creatures... Okay. They do not, for some reason, swing with the thing there. I think I really should leave up S and Scat. No, you know what? I'm going to cast this. I don't care. They're pretty low on cards. I could maybe just get something. Be sort of the same as countering it. And if it isn't, well... 3/3 trample. Whenever another creature you control enters this blah blah blah. Sure, what does this do? In your end step, if a creature died, put a counter on this. Okay, well I would have swung there if I were my opponent. I did not though. Okay, now we can leave up Essence Scatter. But my opponent doesn't have any cards in their hand. Not the most exciting Essence. I mean, I just Essence Counter literally any card ever, including whatever that is. I will double trade with this. That is a scaling threat that could be a huge problem. And I'm just dealing with some 3/3s. So let's lead with... Ooh, shoot. I only have one blue source, huh? Alright, brainstorm. Let's put back you and you, because my opponent has no cards. Sure. And... play this one? Doesn't matter. What am I shuffling away? Did I stack these wrong? I kind of stacked them wrong, but I will say the Essence Scatter will do something at some point. Honestly, I kind of like both of these cards. I mean, I could get both. I could just deduce it. Reveal the top four. Do I play Brawl? Yes? Uh-huh. They do not swing? Wow. Really? I mean, I'm swinging there. We're chilling. What do they grab, by the way? A 1/3 with Toxic. Is that a problem? I don't have a... Well, I have a removal spell. Alright, I'll let it go. I have a removal spell for it. A 5/4 Vigilance Trample. Let's draw some cards. I'm not going to brainstorm. Unless they swing, and maybe I could shuffle. And maybe I would. Alright, well we got that card out of their hand. Let's do this. Okay, I'm not going to play that. I could just double block this 5/4. I probably will double block the 5/4. Another Reach Death Touch. Alright, well, still letting it go. I'm still letting it go. Yeah, we're going to brainstorm now. And probably get rid of... I don't really know what. My whole hand is okay. My whole hand is fine. Maybe I don't need to... They have 2 Reach creatures. This isn't great. Everything's fine. I almost just don't want to shuffle. Alright, I'll do this. The only downside to this is I could, like, run out of ways to get through the infinite army of death touching nonsense. Let's do that. And pass. I'm just so blown away that, no, I don't really play viewers. I'm blown away they don't attack. It's a bit odd. I'm attacking. Alright, let's play these. And not swing? I don't think I'm swinging. I could have familiared that card, but I still have Essence Scatter. It probably is a land. Well, no, they would have played it if it was a land, so... Alright, I gotta start chewing through these if I want to win. Just get rid of all the Death Touch. Yellow. What was that card? What do you got in there? What are you doing over there? I have a YouTube channel which, like, has like 1,000 videos on it. Of, mostly Brawl. Alright, that's game. Yeah, I'm just gonna have too much. My opponent can't do much. It's just too much. But that is, like, a lot of Death Touch. And I did 2 for 1 myself a little with some of these giant creatures. But I get the value back with making them discard with Refurbished Familiar. Or just drawing a card, because they can't discard you. You, draw there. This card is kind of nuts in multiplayer, isn't it? Each opponent discards. It could be like a 1-minute draw 3 in a 4-player game. It's just like, what? Well, that would imply everyone has no cards, but still, that is a very good common. And these replace themselves, so every time one of them dies, you effectively draw a card, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, there was a window there, it looked a little sketchy, but we could chew through all the Death Touch, and then the terrors will get there. Alright. Very well. Play a little bit more of this. I can play something else after. But I am having the time of my life. I'm in no rush to stop. Still don't like Essence Scatter. So I think I'm over it. Because all I do is complain about it. Another Snuff Out is fine. It's only like really bad against like the red aggro stuff. But it's not that bad against those. Well, it kind of is. There's a lot of black flying nonsense, and it doesn't target black creatures. But it is a free spell for Tolarian Terror. Sometimes. Let's see. Is there another thing? I don't like the Mole Drifter idea. There is the all creatures get -1/-1 spell, and it has cycling. So if I don't need it, I can get rid of it. How many games is it like good in? It's actually okay in a fair amount of matchups. Oop, I think it has cycling, not cycle. I don't like miscalc. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. It is an instant too. This does impede, like, this. No, it doesn't really stop the squirrel combo. So what does it really do? I don't know. It does enough. Technically, against that last opponent, it would have done a lot. Not that I needed it, right? So I wouldn't say it would have done that much, but it may be worth having it in there. I'm almost at the point where I want 4 brainstorms, but not quite. Maybe up a deduce like that. Yeah, alright. Cantrips let you keep an insane amount of hands. We will play this. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Well, it's not like you're swinging. If I had a swamp, I would snuff that out. I don't find one. What if I killed it anyways? Land? Yeah, so decline. I'm gonna kill this. If my opponent doesn't block, which I don't know why they would. Okay. I value this. But I still don't have a swamp for snuff out. It's still a 4-minute spell. It's not the end of the world or anything. Alright, looks like maybe killing that was a big deal. Yeah, alright, live by the mana dork, die by the mana dork. Not just in Brawl. Worked out. This is another matchup I have yet to see, and it is probably close to an auto loss because it's just such a nightmare. But I don't know, maybe they don't have the perfect stuff every time. Let's go here. Okay, it is not what I thought it was, but it's still in the colors that it could be something close to it. Okay, now I have no idea what's going on. They do not swing. Alright. This comes back as a aura thing. Why do I care about this? I think I don't. Ponder. Another familiar is good. Actually, all of these are fine. Decline. I will offer the trade because I have another one. Yeah, that's fine. Do I cast it now? I'd rather just leave up Deduce, I think. You thought it was mono blue ninjas? I mean, turn 1, you wouldn't be totally wrong. Target opponent discards and you make a 2/2 with the gate. Okay, well, that's fine, I think. Or it's as fine as it's going to be. Let's get rid of you and Alorian revealed. This zombie is only decayed, so it can't, like, perpetually swing or anything like that. I think I'm just going to run out a terror before it gets discarded or something. They get rid of an Eaten Alive, and that would have dealt with the terror. Yeah, people just can't scoop to the fog deck. It just can't. Now, some people it makes sense, but other people it's like, what are you doing? You have to just be prepared for that. But hey, you know, you're playing you get to play the deck longer, so you have more gameplay. You're doing what you set out to do, and you have to do a lot of that thing. So I love it. I absolutely love it. One of my favorite decks. I will sit there and watch people suffer because they just can't handle conceding. I will gladly sit there and watch. What do we get back? Probably the removal. Well, it depends what they need. I don't know if I like the discard here. Mind Rot seems a bit steep. Lauren revealed. Alright, they're in it for the long haul. Alright. Sure. They had another discard spell anyways. Excellent. I would do something similar if I were in their shoes. That is a tragic 2 cards. But nothing I can do about it now. If you had Treasure Cruise, why did you keep the Lorien revealed? I don't think I agree with that. So be it. Okay. You take it? What are you doing? Alright, well, I guess that's fair. It seems just so nutty to do that to me, but alright. I mean, yeah, now you have to swing with it. Sure, they have the weird Phyrexian arena. I just don't think I'm taking the damage there. Especially if you have to just kill it anyways with a spell. Sure. There is some value in playing around miscalculation, although I would be surprised to see that. There's no shot you have negate, so... kind of beautiful. Let's make things more annoying. And I'll hold the ponder. I will hold the ponder. Okay, they actually did have miscalc. Actually, maybe we do cast ponder. And then I can hide it like this? Decline. Alright, that worked out. Also, playing around that was actually quite significant, so smart. Alright, I have a lethal flyer. What do you do? Shuffle. Garbage. Alright. Alright. A lethal attacker, and it will continuously show up, I guess. I refuse to believe you have a like an aura that shuts it down. Oh, come on, game. They've swung with their 3-2 every possible opportunity, so they haven't just had enough to never need to block with it. No way you can swing with it. No way. Stop having all the answers, please. No way. Yes. Oh. Oh, we did it. Oh, we did it. Get Schmied it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the make disappear almost had me there. This is a reason I don't like soft counters. If I just had one more land, this wouldn't have done anything. And like the games go on so long, I just don't like the soft counters. But yeah, the Phyrexian Arena creature's alright. I thought about Treasure Cruise, but it does make terrors really hard to cast, so it's kind of weird. But I was playing the other thing. Maybe I could just have like 1 or 2 treasure cruises in here. They had a lot of all sorts of stuff, honestly. They had this, village rights, casualty can sack these goofy creatures, so you can like make them cost 4, which is nice. This thing, which I thought about at some point, but it most of the time doesn't really actually hit your opponent because you don't have the resources to do that. Shore Up is interesting. I guess when you can sack it when your opponent tries to kill it, it's good, but it still costs 3. I don't know, I've been super sold on that. And Mystic Sanctuary, I think they might have triggered... Yeah, they triggered one and put Lorien Revealed on top, which felt super greedy, but they almost stabilized having done that. Cool. Alright. They couldn't handle 2 2-1s. Ran out of sauce. I think the first Treasure Cruise is fine. Maybe 2. I did take out the Shuffle card. Maybe? Can I find something reasonable to take out for it? I don't have fetch lands, and I'm not really gonna play any fetch lands. If I play fetch lands, they're not gonna replace lands. They're gonna replace spells. I wouldn't play them in land slots. Maybe no illumination. Maybe one suffocating fume? I don't like that. One of is not. I don't like that. I could just play none. So far, I haven't felt like I needed them. Maybe I want preordained in some capacity, but I also kind of just don't want preordained. What if I took out a Breathe Your Last and put one preordain in here? Huh, I only have one. I only have one anyways. Beautiful. Alright, well, it's just this deck. Does it have the thing? The other thing? Apparently not. Let's assume deduce is better than not deduce. When this attacks, surveil 1. Alright, that's interesting. I'd like to get a land. Maybe I can just start playing these? No, land is... Well, I can do both. Yeah, I'm gonna start playing these here. They block and 2 for 1 your opponent, so just kill the 2/2. Also stop certain attacks as well while we're at it. Wait, what is that? When it dies, gain 3, sack it, naturalize. Alright. They have some naturalizes. They cost 2 to activate, and they are willing to sit there and use them. I am very interested in getting rid of their last card, so I'm going to ponder for a land. That is what I wanted. I almost hit shuffle. Oops. What does that do? Max speed, cast it from your graveyard. Okay. Really? We're just swinging with the 1/1s. I guess it's better than investing 2 mana into naturalizing, but now I can just chill. And they gain a bunch of life because I'm not being attacked. Can also stonewall my opponent's attack. Let's do this. And just cast this funny thing. And chill. This game is not about dealing damage to my opponent, so... By all means, sack the one I blocked with. By all means. You got it. Yep. That is perfect. I will actually just kill the other one, so they can't choose to do that later. Let's kill that one. Let's get a swamp. Okay. Yep. Nothing I can do about that. Well, not really. Let's do this. Let's maybe not do that. Let's go ahead and just do this now, because I'm always going to do it. So I'm just going to do it now. Alright, no flying threat, but they do have the spirit, which actually does fly. They block with that. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? They know I get another one. I don't know, I'm not blocking with that. I think Soul Warden wasn't done doing things. I think I'd rather have that in my hand, or in play, than just draw out a Wretched Throng. But they have a 2/2 flyer, which I don't think outraces these 2 5/5s. Ponder. Okay, that's good, but these aren't. Let's do that anyways. It does block. I would love to trade off this 2/1, and they were willing to block with one earlier, so maybe they do it again. You have to pacify. Yeah, you can't pacify the throng. Alright, they say it's not worth it. I do draw here. Man, I really wish I didn't draw right now. It is what it is, I guess. Maybe they just block. I do shuffle. Okay, they do. Kind of annoying. Not the worst, though. Still have a blocker. Let's get rid of the naturalizable targets. Actually, they're always going to naturalize the familiar anyways, so it doesn't matter. Do I need another 2/1? Yeah, we just play that. We'll play that. That way I can block. Alright, sweet. Well, as you can see, my opponent was at like 35 life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Actually, I think they would have been at 1 if they didn't gain any life this game. But your opponent, if my opponent was at 100 life, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna eventually either stabilize the board and win with, you know, 5 chunks of 5 or something, or my opponent's just going to kill me, and their life total didn't matter that much. Sometimes it can, like with combat, like, oh, now I need to swing because I'm winning a race. Like, I'm not going to win a race, but it's hard to have a game where trying to genuinely win a race is the deciding factor in a Soul Sisters matchup like this. And they didn't have the thing that gets counters every time you gain a life, which is, in my opinion, the major reason to play this strategy is those. I think there's 2 different ones you can play, so there's like 8 cards you can run. Maybe there's 12 at this point. I don't know. I think a Johnny's Pridemate is a common now from Foundations. But it is good against the red stuff that does all those damage things to your face. Alright, well, one more game. One more game, then we can play something else. I do like that Goblin combo deck. I have not seen that one before, which means there's 2 combo decks I have never seen. And all the cards in them have always existed, so kind of interesting. Lands are fine. I don't ever want to miss a land drop. I'll just keep drawing lands. I'm not mana screwed or anything, and I can kill that. Oh shoot, no I can't. I stacked the top wrong. Alright. I didn't play min-max sweat. Okay, it looks like maybe it was right to not kill it, though, because they have a bajillion of them. They literally have a bajillion, alright. I don't feel bad at all anymore. I'm not even sure if it's reasonable to kill any now. Could just hide behind removal to kill the giant dumb thing they're interested in casting. Ideally, it doesn't draw a card. Okay. That's not that exciting, but it is a 4/4 still. So. That's a swamp. I'm gonna play that. I think I'm gonna kill one of these now. I could actually kill 2 of them. Let's not die to giant dumb token, shall we? I don't think it's worth killing one of these, and then they can just cast it anyways, or cast some other thing I have to kill. But I don't think Moment of Craving is killing anything else. Okay. What's the cost on this? 5. Let's play that. We have almost a solid treasure cruise, I guess. Can I play that? I can. I can play that. Alright. You got... This is an equipment, though. It turns all your other funny things into a problem. Mono green is looking pretty spicy. Although they have a kicker white, and I've only seen one white producing spell, so I guess you never kick that card. Is that the logic? Kicker, you just get a 1/1 when you kick it. It's not worth it? Fair enough. Alright, well, obviously snuff this out. Oh, it's black! We already talked about this. I can't snuff out the token. Alright. Shambles. We're shambling. We can triple block it. I guess I'm going to triple block it. I don't have much else to do. Let's go ahead and do 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I play a land? Alright, I did. Opponent got rid of random 1/4. Whenever this creature enters or is turned face up, counters on it where X is the number of creatures you control. Okay. That's a problem. The problem is I don't have infinite answers to, like, a metric boatload of giant, stupid threats. So we could just, run out of ways to deal with all of these. Brainstorm? Does it give trample? It does give trample. Okay. Okay, of course my opponent just top decks a giant threat again. Why not? I will... Every dart I kill is one less equipped target, so I should block this. Because otherwise they just equip and then I can't block it. So, and it shuffles a brainstorm. Okay, I need help. That is not really that helpful. Not really. Okay, we went a turn without drawing a nuclear bomb. Beautiful. Again, killing the tokens is valuable. Or the 1/1s, because they can't equip anything. Man, these 2/1s are great. These 2/1s are, like, amazing. Do I ponder? Or do I... Yeah, let's ponder. Both of those are good. Let's take both of those. Alright, I think we did it. Beautiful. They can still top deck nuclear bombs that I can't, like, cleanly answer. And I also... Alright, that helps. Ooh, I'm gonna get Brainstorm locked. Let's do that. Decline. Cast Brainstorm now. Maybe find something. Okay, I found something that shuffles. I think I'd rather just play it, though. Why would I not just play it? Alright. There we go. Our turn to play nuclear bombs. They can still play random 9/9s off the top of their deck, though. That is a 5/5? What is that? Actually, oh, it's a 7/7. Alright, they can't block this. Do I... Okay, I gotta do some math. 5... So 7... Yeah, this works. Okay. I don't think they can just draw randomly into another thing and stay alive. Yeah, so they need... Yeah, alright. Math works out. They can't just top deck a bomb and win. Or stabilize. If my opponent did not trade with the 1/1s with my 2/1, I probably would have lost. Maybe? Because they could slowly equip spam, but they didn't. So now I think they just lose. Uh-oh. Opponent's butt hurt. Oh no. You know what's very strange? There's like no white mana. I don't know how they expect to cast this. Just Avacyn's Pilgrim? That doesn't make any sense to me. You have 4 white sources. It's like, doesn't make sense. They had a bunch of ramp spells and never found a plains. But I did Brainstorm Lock. Know what we're drawing. I have a lot of good draws still, though. Most of my deck is actually just good draws. Yeah, I guess losing is hard. Alright, opponent roped out and baby raged. Which is kind of funny, because if they actually put more thought into their plays, they might have actually won this game. So that's ironic. It's not my fault you didn't play better. Little bit of little bit of irony there. A little bit of irony. Oh, I got a pack. What's in it? Surely it's got pawpurr staples. No. Tragic. Tragic. I almost asked myself if I had the wild cards to play that deck I was thinking of, but it's pawpurr, so of course I do. Now it's a question of what cards it plays, which I don't actually know. So we saw... Oh, we didn't see that, actually. We saw... Faithless Looting. I think I saw Fiery Impulse. So they had Lightning Bolt ideas, I guess. I saw Kadoltha Rebirth, which I'm not sure... It doesn't feel like it has anything to do with the combo, but it is a way to get rid of your artifacts, I guess, that draw. First day is a lesson, right? I think it's a lesson. No, it learns for a lesson. Excuse me, it leers. Leering for lessons. Can I cheat with blue? Molten Gatekeeper to kill? Do I get blue with so I can play Cryogenic Relic? Is that reasonable? You can play Artifact Lands as well. Do we have gates? I mean, this does it, right? I don't know what I would do with gates anyways. They were playing this card. I bet you they were playing it just because it had the word storm in it and they saw it and like, oh hey, it's got the word storm. I don't really like Galvanic Relay. I don't know how many empty the Warrens. I guess 4. Is this good? Is this good? So, with infinite red mana, with like Putrid Goblin and all that jazz, First Day Goblin, Skirk Prospector, infinite red, what do? As far as this deck list looks like, I just have infinite red and then do nothing with it. So, card draw? Maybe only one empty the Warrens, or like 2? Maybe just 1, actually. Maybe just 1, yeah. It's like you never cast it until you're doing the thing, and then just a bunch of card draw. I don't think I like these rebirths. Why do I want 3 goblins? Maybe 2 of these, or 3? No, 4 is fine. Consider it a combo piece. Maybe no impulse. What else sacks artifacts? Abandoned attachments. Sure, I guess. I can sack Terrarian to draw and Wellspring to draw, but then I need ways to sacrifice them in the first place. I don't think I'm going to go into blue for Cryogenic Relic. It'd be roughly the same anyways, honestly. All of them except First Day are permanents, so all the green mill spells are maybe interesting. I guess... Fanatical Offering? I suppose the artifact lands, just so I can sometimes use those to draw with the spells instead. I don't know about the tapped one. Doesn't seem necessary. It doesn't seem like I need tap lands here. Maybe we're thinking it. 4 might just be fine. It's not like I have 15 or something. Flame Wave Invoker? What the heck is that? Oh, guess not. I can shave a land. There's a lot of card draw. And ideally trying to get infinite mana, so... Could probably shave 2 lands. The curve is like low and I don't need that many lands. I have Faithless Looting as well. I don't know. Let's just start here. It's like a rough draft. I'm sure there's wrong ideas in this deck, but the idea with this one is, again, another combo deck that was around, I'm pretty sure, last time. You don't actually need Empty the Warrens, by the way, but anyways, yeah, so you have First Day of Class, Putrid Goblin, so when this dies, it comes back with a counter, undoes Persist, and then you sack it infinitely with this to get infinite red. And then with infinite red mana, I suppose you can draw a bajillion. Oh, I guess I'll talk about this one first. You just ping your opponent infinitely by sacking this. This is another deck. Oh, actually, wait. This one takes 4 pieces, I suppose. Yeah. Whereas the green-white one we played was 3 pieces. The artifact creature, the evolution witness, and then the discount thing, which was only 3. This requires 4, and you are slower. Like, you're not milling 4 and finding a piece. You're just drawing slowly. Well, not super slowly, but, you know, you're drawing a bit more fairly, I guess. So this requires way more. But with Empty the Warrens in infinite mana, maybe you can win that way, because they all have haste. And you just draw into it, because once you have infinite red mana, ideally you hit it, but maybe there's logic in running 2. I did say we could go down a land, so it was like more of a chance to hit it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. No idea. Well, I came here to play this kind of game, I guess. So I'm keeping this hand. Yeah, Flame Wave Invoker, I suppose, would also do what we're looking to do, kind of. Okay, well, that's 2 pieces against what looks like a nightmare matchup, though, so not great. Oh yeah, this is going to be sketchy. They're just a bunch of blue-black control spells and stuff. That's ideal. It's ideal. It's as ideal as it is. Okay, let's play nothing, because I can't. Not sure what I would play anyways if I could play something. I can just play out a Putrid Goblin. I could even probably just put a counter on it as well. Well, I think we're just doing this here. Okay. Yeah, we can play a Putrid Goblin. And then just get rid of a, let's just cast this. I don't know. Okay. That doesn't actually solve the problem, but that is a thing you could do. Let's get rid of more Faithless Lootings. Especially if they let me get away with the map token. This doesn't actually get them there. I mean, I'm gonna do it now. You really don't want me to... Okay, wow. Sure. So... Oh my goodness, it tapped the second red source. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, second Putrid Goblin. Just have two chilling. I mean, they let me do this. This is on my opponent. The map token actually did something. I've never thought that would ever happen, but there it was happening. That doesn't really do anything. Bojuka Bog is nuts. Wow. That's weird. Okay, we won. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. So, here... Oh, they have Snuff Out? Okay. They have Snuff Out. Let's, Is there anything I can do about that? Is there anything I can do about that? Not really. But I do have two things here, so I can make infinite red, but I can't kill my opponent. Have to do it in this order, by the way. Let's, do this. Oh! Oh. Okay. Wait, I can just let this resolve. Let me just get some red mana to be more safe. Alright, there we go. Gotcha. Nice blue-black control deck. It'd be a shame if it didn't do anything. That's funny. The moment I swapped in the matchup, I just won. They're literally just playing what I just played. Actually, they are almost exactly playing what I played. I wasn't playing fetch lands, though. I wasn't playing fetch lands. And certainly not playing Bojuka Bog. There's almost nothing I've seen that would ever want me to exile my opponent's graveyard. You can't find it with the troll because it's not a swamp. It's a mono-colored tap land. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been convinced that I want this card in my deck. And it did hit 3 Faithful Suitings, as we saw, didn't actually matter at all. It could have actually been quite impactful that they had a tap land. Maybe there was a 1-mana removal spell or something, and now they just don't have it. Sweet. Love it. Alright, well, it worked. The first game. Through removal. Through removal. I'm sure there's a card that should be in here. The green-white deck combo I played last time did have a card in it. Or it was missing things that it should have been running. From what I saw going back and watching the person who played it. I was missing pieces. What does that do? Doesn't do anything I care about. Okay. Soul Warden... I guess I don't actually have a really good answer to Soul Warden. Other than an army of 2/2s, but I don't think there's enough 2/2s to kill them through the damage, the life they'd gain, so... I suppose Soul Warden is a soft auto-loss that I should maybe put more thought into. Also, what am I playing against? Combat damage, untap, blah 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 blah. Alright. Blue-white, boring flyers. Okay, it's literally just think about nothing. Flyers, 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 flyers. I guess I could safely cast Prospector then? There's no reason, really, I don't think, to not play it. It could help me the turn I go to win, just to spend the mana doing this now. It's not like they're going to do anything about it. Ideally, they don't present lethal this turn. And of course they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Wait, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Nope, they didn't. And nothing scales, it seems. Can I get there? I thought they presented lethal. Got ahead of myself. I mean, it's still pretty easy to present lethal here for the opponent. And I don't exactly have what I need to win. But I am digging through my deck pretty fast. There's no way to find it if I cast that now, so... Alright, yep, if you got it, so be it. I got nothing for you. Shift enter. I thought I hit shift enter and it still gave me, like, response time. Let's do this here. Oh, now you have a counter spell? Suddenly? Is that what's going on? Well, it's not looking good. I'll tell you that much. Alright, well, didn't hit it. There is no way to hit it now, so that's that. I saw half my deck almost, too. Yep, just didn't get it. Alright. This is kind of what I was talking about, where, like, can I realistically ask for more time than this? Probably. I don't know. Probably on average. Still saw half my deck. It was turn, what, 4 or something? Just didn't find it. I was actually missing 2 pieces. I was exceedingly far off. I wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Burn spells would not have saved me that game either if I had like a bunch of chain lightnings in here. I'm gonna maybe not play the tapped land, because I don't want to take a turn off if I don't have to. This is why I don't really like the tap lands, because you have to find a turn to not use that mana, and it can be kind of hard to do that. This game is any example. And so far I don't think they've mattered, so yeah, I probably just shouldn't be playing tap lands. I'm going to take these out. Alright, so now we're just looking for 1 combo piece. Yeah, well, I can easily discard the tap land. I can also just do that. Looking for 1 combo piece. Opponent, it's okay to tap your Thermal Alchemist. It'll save us both a lot of time. Just letting you know. I could play this now, but I can go into that on the turn I would go crazy anyways. And I don't have to do this now. I already played a land, right? Yep, I don't have to do anything. I could just play this? No, probably not. I could play one of these. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why am I worked up on this? It doesn't matter. I'm not getting rid of the treasure token anyways, so it doesn't matter. What kind of spell do you cast here? Oh. The lame kind. You and you, because you're redundant. Also, this technically has Unearth, so I maybe in some way could have gotten rid of both of them. Because they don't matter in the hand or not. Good thing I noticed that, because it makes Faithless Looting a lot more viable. This, just as a 2-2, is actually kind of annoying for my opponent, just casting it. But I am still looking for First Day of Spaghetti. See if I can't draw something better than that. Do I play... one of these? I think I do. And I can play a Skirk as well. It doesn't hurt to play it. I have another one. All we're looking for is First Day anyways. I don't think anything else really matters, and maybe these as blockers is okay. Alright, it looked like it helped me not die, because I wasn't going to persist that anyways, so... Okay. I'm out of card draw. I've only seen 20 cards. Maybe empty shouldn't be in here, because it's so consistent to just get this, that like I could just play a different card in this spot. This is a game where if I had those, like draw twos I was talking about, would feel better. Could contemplate another color as well. There's a lot to think about here, as my opponent slowly suffers with Thermo Alchemist. Okay, well that draws in 10 years. I'm gonna just play this as a 2-3. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm still taking their sweet time. Oh my goodness, opponent, please. It's a Thermo Alchemist. Just tap it. I'm literally suffering. Do you like to watch me suffer? Is that what you like to do? Typhoid rats? What? What on earth? Alright. Do we do it? No way to get rid of that. No way to do anything. Okay, dead. Okay, 35. It's the same amount of cards as last time, and just didn't find the same card I was looking for last time. Don't know what to tell you. We do have access to blue, like, or I should say I have access to stuff like Treasure Cruise. So maybe I can just splash blue for Treasure Cruise? Fetch lands. This is not working, so it's too slow. You're asking, you need 4 cards every game. That's like, whereas basically as bad as it gets when it comes to a combo. So no empty. That just seems unappealing to me. Treasure Cruise is interesting. It's also pretty easy to just cast it. Like, run all 4, splash blue. Like, it seems fairly easy to do that. Grixis... Grixis Goofy Dumb Land. Actually, is there a Grixis one? Yeah, there is. And... I need at least 1 island. I really only need 1 island. Yeah, I only need 1 island. I don't want these tap lands. like that. I could run more than that as well. What's the other one? Isn't there another one? Oh, it's colorless. Yeah, these are the MH3 ones. But there is a gang from Capenna that was Grixis. We only had 5 gangs, not 10. It's like Esper, Grixis. I don't think I need more tap lands than that. Wait, what did I add? Oh, I added lands. Okay. So go out, go out. Actually, let's shave these artifact lands a bit. I think the basics are fine. These are only impactful when I need something to sacrifice. I now have blue. I can play Relic instead of... Ugh. I don't even know what, actually. No, let's keep the blue at a minimum. 9 blue sources is fine. Especially when I don't need them early. Thoughtcast is weird because I sack my artifacts. But I don't hate it. It would now... Okay, so these 4 can't change. That's the idea, right? Everything else around it can. If I run Thoughtcast, we could just go super heavy blue. Huh. This is an artifact. Well, that doesn't... See, I can't sack these. Well, when I sack them, I get treasures. I get treasure or a map token. So when I sack them, I get an artifact in play. So I keep the artifact count I have when I sacrifice them. Slowing myself down a turn by playing tap lands is not worth it to play Thoughtcast, but I think it's possible to just not slow down a turn and just have the Grixis artifact metabase. Take out these. If I take these out, I don't like Treasure Cruise as much. Maybe Treasure Cruise can be 2? Okay, what is red doing? Just combo. No setup. Ugh, it doesn't look like I can get it to fit. What if I just didn't... This is reasonable. I can't spam cast treasure cruises, but I can pretty reliably cast the first one, so I wouldn't run 4 probably. So maybe 2 thought casts. Alright, I mean, this might help with card draw. Alright, I don't know. Let's try it. There's got to be something to make this ever so slightly faster. Ever so slightly faster. Not by much. I don't need it to be that much faster. I'd also ideally not have the first days all the bottom 15 cards every game. No way to sack this, but I can... I mean, it sacks itself, right? I'm gonna lead on this. I can still Faithless Looting this away. It does have Unearth. In fact, it makes the combo cheaper to do as well, which is funny. Okay, let's get the blue source going. Oh, just how they drew it up. Must be nice. Let's play you. Play you. I'll just play the Prospector. Pass. How many cards in the graveyard? 4? Not great. Not great. Seven. Well, I guess I played the game. Maybe I'm still alive. Probably not. I mean, they don't have to madness it. You could just cast it, save me the trouble. Okay. We are easily getting 3 pieces every time. Prism? Prismatic Prism? I don't think there's a mana issue. I don't think there's a mana issue at all. It's really just trying to draw a combo with 4 cards that needs the combo. That's the problem. I'm looking for 4 cards every game, which is unrealistic. Let's play on the safe side and grab the blue source. I think black source here. Terrarian. Terrarian color fixes too, which is funny. What is that? Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Okay. That doesn't math out to being better, because you have to redeploy that. Discard a card and get rid of one of these. I'm probably going to wind up Faithless Looting, so I don't have to discard this immediately. I could have just discarded it anyways, though, you know. I'm looking for one piece of the combo, which has been basically every game I've played so far. It's been exactly that. I can treasure cruise now. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty easy to treasure cruise in this deck. I can just play this. I'd rather run out these Terrarions. Okay, so they have to kill me now? Oh, wait a minute. So, do that and get black and red. Okay. Now, this, that. We have redundancy? We have redundancy? Decline. No, I'll take that. What am I talking about? Let's play you. I don't have redundancy. No, I don't. Okay. I mean, I can't not do it. So I'm gonna obviously try to do it. I can sack the Skirk Prospector for red. Alright, looks like we're good. They didn't kill it. Alright, we did it. Is there a way to get more black mana in play? I'd like a second one of these in play. I don't think so, so we'll just go here. Display a combo and see what they do about it. Alright, they didn't have it. I mean, if they had it, they would have used it earlier to disrupt the Prospector. But if I play the Goblin first, and then I cast Prospector, they can't kill it unless I go for it. So if I'm just sitting here, they can't just cast a removal spell. Because if they make the move first, I make infinite red mana. But if they do that, I actually can't do anything if I don't draw another one. So I have like 500 red mana, and then what? My opponent would still just die. So yeah, I would have to draw another one, which would be a little annoying. Alright, well, we got there. What was that? 35 cards. Every game we've played, I think, has ended exactly at 35 cards. So I don't know if we fixed anything or made it faster, but I did Treasure Cruise. I did. I cast it. I cast it rather fast. Maybe I can run more? Maybe the, it felt like it was almost harder to cast Thoughtcast than it was this thing. But that's because I don't have a bunch of artifact lands. I don't know. Maybe Faithless Looting is... It can't be right to play 4 Treasure Cruises, though, is the thing. I'm starting to see why Kadoltha Rebirth was played. Maybe it actually is good because it buys you those turns. Oh wow, is it like Galaxy Brain good? No idea what I would take out. Every card in here is fine. I guess I could go back down to 2 of these and play Rebirth of some amount. How many lands are in here? 20? I don't want to go down to 19. I guess because you can discard this, I can have 3 of them in my deck. Because I can just discard it. But that doesn't really help. When you discard a, or like you go down a combo piece that you need every single game you win, it doesn't make sense to run 3 instead of 4 to me. So it is one of the ways I'm winning the game. I don't think I'm getting rid of one of them. I don't want just 2 Kadoltha Rebirths, though. I almost want 4, honestly. Maybe going down Faithless Looting straight up is an idea. Man, this is weird. Go down an Offering? Well, that doesn't feel right. Maybe it's fine. Doesn't feel amazing. But these are like the worst cards because I need something to sacrifice. I did add 1/1s to sacrifice, but then this needs something to sacrifice. So you're back to square one, really? And not looking to sack my lands. Not looking to sack my lands at all. And I think Cryogen Relic is too slow, I think. I think it's too slow. Alright, let's try that. This is an interesting deck to play, but I mean, it all just boils down to that you need 4 different cards every game issue. A plus B plus C plus D is you're asking for the entire world. That's what you're asking for. Alright, let's get rid of you and maybe one of these. Now, we can be realistic and assume we're always going to hit a land drop. I'm just going to get rid of a land. We're drawing so many cards that I shouldn't worry about that. And if I miss, then, you know, rip. Braemon's back there. Alright. First time I've seen this. Kind of surprised, actually. I can do a little baby version of Kadoltha. Get like 3 2/2s. That can't be right, though, right? That can't be right. Whoa! Whoa! Alright. That's... Yup. That's a card. I want to play mono white now. Wow, no blue source. Though, I mean, I have the treasure tokens. That is nuts. Oh, I gotta get this. I gotta get these for paper. Oh, it's a legendary? Oh, it's a legendary. Oh, man. Are we at the chump block Spaghetti-O stage? I don't think so. Black and red. Let's go here. I'm perfectly fine discarding. Let's discard, maybe I should Faithless Looting, actually. Because I'm going to go to discard anyways. You and you. Alright, well, I have a treasure cruise next turn. And a way to Kadoltha Rebirth an army of chump blockers. I think we're just chilling. Unless, of course, we're not. That is also possible. Yep, I have this one in my deck. But I don't have Darvel. Okay, I almost forgot what I was doing. I saw this draw and I'm like, wait, what? Let's do this. Let's actually just lead on this thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's so easy to cast Treasure Cruise. That's great. Alright. I have the combo. Do I have the mana? Do I have the mana? I do not have the mana. Okay, so we're going to do this instead. Do I have redundancy? No, I don't. That's not great. That is not great at all. Alright. Hopefully these 3 1/1s do their job. This is where Kadoltha Rebirth would have saved me into getting to it, because I was 1 mana off. Wait, what? Stampede? That's nuts. Hey, Kadoltha Rebirth saved me. It did save me. Alright. There's no reason to treasure cruise. I'm just trying to win here. So play this as my land, which should just be fine to do. Go here, here. First day. Okay, we got it. Nice. Yeah, Kadoltha saved me. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we just do this 26 times. "31 cards this time. Oh, I guess I could actually, hold on, wait. I could look for another gatekeeper to make it faster. Kind of forgot about that. And I did. Look at that. Kind of forgot about that. Could actually look for a third one, too. Oh no, the Rebirth. It would have killed him. Whoops. I forgot. You could just cast Rebirth and they take a bunch of damage. Oops. Alright, sweet. Alright, I mean, yeah, Kadoltha was good there. Kadoltha was pretty good there. It saved me. So, that worked out. I only needed one of them as well. Man, that 1 mana, that 3 mana, or 1 mana 3/3 was... I gotta remember that for the in-web. The in-web is nice there. I almost want another Kadoltha. I don't know what to take out. I think everything's fine. I mean, we won the game when we changed it. Maybe there's no reason to change it. OP is having fun? Well, they must. Maybe they want to see how it works so they can play it themselves. It's cool to see mono white. I love that deck. It's like the only way to play like beatdown aggro that I enjoy is mono white. Thraben Inspector and all that funny stuff. I just like it. I don't know why. Porcelain Legionnaire. Ugh. It's just so satisfying. All your creatures like draw a card. Kind of. Sort of. Alright, this is the potato deck. Maybe? So far, so... maybe not. I don't know. I'm still leaning in it just being affinity. Because that's the average person. We have the same thing going on, but they have blue. So it's probably affinity. Oh look, it's affinity. Wow. Gonna get the island before I blow up and die or something. So I need a lot of things that I currently don't have. And this deck is brain dead, so probably won't have time to do it. Fun. I sure love brain dead decks. I could play cranial plating in here. Cranial ram. I could do that. I think it's banned in Pauper, right? Yeah, it's banned in Pauper. Is it banned in... You know what? Maybe I should get 4 for a different deck I have. On paper. I wonder. I'm gonna get the... I'm probably really just interested in getting the island as quickly as possible every game. So... I don't think it destroys me to do that here. Let's get red. What is this? Oh, I think I automatically lose to this. Maybe not. I could probably get rid of redundant first day. I'm only really going to cast one of them this game. I mean, to be real, I could continuously get rid of lands, like I say. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just going to probably continuously draw lands, so... Or at least that's the idea. And if not, then rip. But I don't know if the second one of this matters. Who knows? I have Faithless Looting still. I'm not too worried about any one thing right now. So, Faithless Looting. Get rid of these two. Congratulations if you have Bajuka Bog, I guess. Terrarium. Another Faithless Looting? Get rid of you and Redundant Prospector. I'm not going to crack this, I'm just going to draw. Alright, well, I do need... Wait, what exactly do I need? Let me think about this. I need a... Putrid Goblin, okay. Opponent is the Omniscience of Life Gain right now. It's funny that Kadoltha would stop some of these attackers 100%. It's kind of funny. What isn't funny is my opponent is leaving up black mana, but I don't really have anything I can do about that. I don't have a redundant copy of the combo. I think I'm gonna wait a turn until it's absolutely necessary that I go for it. Let's do black and red. Let's play you. No, let's play Faithless Looting. Not even sure what I'm looking for, actually. I do have a treasure token, so I think I'm going to use it. We're going to do this now. I was hoping for like another combo piece, but I didn't find redundancy. But I can't like infinitely respect removal is a problem. They didn't kill another goblin and save their rabbit. Please play this 3-2. Alright, we're good. We're good. They tapped out. We did it. Wonder if there's any removal at all. Now I'm curious. Okay, so here... Let me just triple check this. 1 Soul Warden, 2 of those. We're good. So, Prospector... Is there an auto yield for this? Please, game? No. That's annoying. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, we beat the Soul Warden. I just need 2 Gatekeepers. Good look for the 4th one, I suppose. 24 cards. Well, I still need red mana, but... Oh yeah, first day of class finds more looting spells. Because it has learned. I forgore. Not exactly looking for anything though, you know. Just... Alright, there we go. I don't know why now they gave up. They gave up like 3 minutes into it. But yeah, it's too much damage. They would need a Soul Warden for every Gatekeeper. So if they had, let's say, 3 Soul Wardens, I would need all 4 of them. Which is possible. Not 100% guaranteed, but this would be a spot where, like, empty the Wardens would make it faster, and would sort of make it lethal too, because you... I don't know, the Storm isn't actually that high. You're not looping spells, you're looping abilities. So the Storm was, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... It's like 6 or 7, so it's like 14 2/2s. Or, I guess, in this case, it'd be 3 3s. Maybe it would be lethal if they had all the Soul Wardens to match all of these, but nope. Cool. Just as we drew it up. Just how we drew it up. Sort of. How many games have I played with this? We can try to win one more time with it, I guess. Let's try. Let us attempt it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'll leave with that. I don't know how to think about it. Could just cast this, which is hilarious. Could I just cast this? You know what? Let's just literally cast the card. It's just, what do you do? It's a 2/3. It will literally sit there and stop some of these pokes. This could be significant. You can't pacify it either. I'm just going to cast it. I have no idea what that is. Mill 3, planes or creatures. Sure. Okay. Another Soul Warden? Oh, I guess I don't have any black mana. Okay. Let's play you here. I'm not sure I would have grabbed Soul Warden. I don't think I would have. Double funny thing? And do I have Faithless? No, I'll keep the treasure. There's no rush to play this, right? I like my whole hand, for the most part at least. They found a black source. I wonder if they regret not taking this. This feels like one of the few things in their deck that's actually super scary. They just didn't take it. Do you have another one? Oh, you could just unearth it. Of course. Silly me. I can put a map token on that. I think we're just chilling, though. The problem is this stupid priest is gonna kill me. And I haven't found a new combo piece in 10,000 years here. It's like all about Marauding Blight Priest and barely anything else matters. I guess the Gatekeeper has blessed me with a bunch of life this game. I could play another and take 2 damage. I don't really have much else to do. Is there really nothing I can do? Man. let's get rid of you and you, I guess. Okay, I could be just straight up dead this turn. Wow. It's funny, all the games are getting decided roughly around exactly 35 cards. Guess that just goes to show the clock you put your deck to. What is that? That is not the land that gains life. Also, I didn't die. Okay, so... Black, red. Okay. That kills me. How do I deal with Blight Priest? I don't think I can. Okay, I'm just dead. Alright, I didn't realize that, but when I play creatures, I take damage, so I can't actually win anyways. I didn't notice that. I just put that together. I was dead on board. Alright, well, sometimes they just always have it. I'm not going to start running funny shock cards just to get around specifically that thing. That's kind of ridiculous. They just got lucky and had it, and I didn't. A recurring theme. What if I just played this turn 1? It's not like I need the island anytime soon. I mean, if that's the logic, I should play the vault instead. Or we have no opponent. I guess that's one way to win. You just don't have an opponent. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like if you rope out on the mulligan, it should just make you auto-concede. Because your opponent has to, like, wait for a second rope. It gives your opponent more time to come back, though. It's not like I'm trying to cheese a win or something. I'm trying to min-max disconnects, but if you're not here for the mulligan, I think it's reasonable to just make the person go away. I'm building this pauper deck on paper right here, but I'm missing a lot of cards. Missing a lot of cards. Slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Actually, I don't even know if I should be playing these. Well, we made game actions. You can't say we didn't make game actions. Shoot, I'm probably... Well, actually, I don't know. Let's look. Look at that. It was worth a... Hey, I got a red overlord. I'd say that's worth watching someone rope out. I'd say so. Methinks. What is this hand? It's got cards in it. Turn 1 Faithless? Okay, that makes life easy. Opponent did not have a 1-drop. Alright. They saw Terrarium and they were over it. Well, yeah, that's where Union would make sense. I talked about that in the outro of the deck. If you don't like losing to these goofy, like, non-combat damage dealers, you could probably play some Unions. My respect for it's a little low, but I am willing to admit I could be underestimating it. But that's the one notable spot where I would say is reasonable. Yeah, I talked about in the outro. When this becomes blocks, make a 1/1. Alright, let's play... I don't have a turn 2 card anyways, so let's just do this. This is the matchup I don't like to see ever. But I haven't seen it that much. It literally doesn't even matter what they play, it's just random red cards. Yay. Get rid of you and you. I found Godolpha, so now I can stem the nonsense slightly. Okay. Guess I'll trade. I can play one of those. I think I will. Right now. Well, let's do black and red. I think this is fine. I don't like that much. Do I cast another one? Yeah, right? We can put 2 in play. What are they gonna, like, what are they gonna do about it? Sure. Yep. I'm glad that just didn't go face. Alright, 8 cards in the graveyard. Some I really don't want to get rid of, though, unfortunately. Looks like I can still cast this Treasure Cruise, though. Is now the time? Now is definitely the time, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Treasure Cruise is just so great. Get rid of you? No, get rid of the map token one. Doesn't really matter, but it could. Do I have it? I do have the combo. I do have the combo, so that Godolpha Rebirth was a lot of saved damage. So, you... Let's not get hosed by the auto tapper, shall we? That's so excellent that you can just unearth that. That's just so good. Just gonna look for another thing to make it faster. Alright, they're over it. I don't know what made them change their mind. Again, another person that just takes a second to register. But that's not a big deal. Yeah, this does 3 damage. So that does... These also make it slightly faster if you draw them. Not really something to consider heavy, but it does speed up the clock a little. Yeah, sweet. Look at that. I beat the red deck. Kadoltha Rebirth I was wrong about. I was wrong about that card, alright. Time for discussion. Okay. So, this shouldn't... These 3 shouldn't be in there. They're just there to think. This does require 4 pieces. I think I really do like the addition of Treasure Cruise. You could probably just do Thought... what is it called? I don't know. I just had it in my hand. I have 4 in my hand right here. Thoughtcast. Yeah. So you could just cast Thoughtcast and maybe not do this and play tapped artifact lands that are dual colored. But I don't actually like tap lands in this deck, which makes these a bit painful. But it's not too bad. These are actually really the only quote-unquote tap lands, because these tap immediately. You don't have to crack them. And it's pretty easy to use the colorless on this to get something right away, like all of these cards right here. So that's fine. But the 1 blue source is okay. But yeah, all the tapped artifact lands just to play Thoughtcast is not too exciting. Tried to make it work. It didn't feel like it was working. Like, if it ever costs 3 mana, I think you're not looking to play Thoughtcast. So it's really... You just want it to cast, like... Or cost 1 or 2. And I was kind of struggling to do that. But to be fair, I wasn't heavy into the artifact lands. I think you're slowing yourself down slightly with tap lands to play it, and that offsets the drawing 2 cards off of Thoughtcast. So I think Treasure Cruise is slightly more appealing, which is kind of weird, but it's, you know, something to recognize and think about. Especially how with these, I can always find the blue, and then I can always eat these with Delve, and that's great. The only thing I have to dodge delving and eating is this, and that's not too big of a deal. I mean, sometimes I can just eat a Faithless Looting as well. It felt like 2 was fine. I could probably go up 3, and I don't know what I would take out, really, but the Kadoltha Rebirths did buy me significant time, and I didn't know why this was played to begin with, but sometimes you do just beat your blue-black control player, I guess, with 3 1/1s, or 3 2/2s if you cast a First Day. You can use First Day to find these looting cards as well, so like, if you have redundant First Days and no card draw, you could just cast a First Day and find this card, and then use that to continue looting, which I didn't do as much as I could have. I don't know how many scenarios where I had, like, redundant copies of these, though. Soul Warden you can beat by just having more of this than there are Soul Wardens, but the Blood Chief thing that makes you lose life every time they gain life, if they have that as well, and Soul Warden, you lose, because every creature you play, you lose a life, and you need to play infinite creatures, so that would kill you. But that's not very common. Your opponent has to get lucky and have both in play at the same time. I did not feel like I wanted to ever make room for burn spells, unless I guess there's some kind of burn spell that, like, draws cards safely or something, because again, you're looking for 4 unique cards, A plus B plus C plus D, to win with a combo. And I did not like Empty the Warrens at all. So you're looking for these 4. It is awesome that you can discard this. So you can pitch it to like Faithless Looting, or if you're just going to discard because you have too many cards, you can just get rid of this. You can never have 8 in play when you combo, right? It's either you cast it from your hand or you unearth it. You're not like, oh, I'm gonna save the front half for the combo, and if it doesn't work, I have the back half. Like, not really. This isn't really if you're gonna be disrupted combo wise, there's plenty of ways to disrupt this, and it's not like hopefully this can get blown up or saved or something. With that being said, you can just play this as a 2/3, and it as a 2/3 does stop a lot of that early annoying pressure. So it's just chilling there. And if it dies, well, you can still have it for the combo turn. So this having Unearth is awesome. You just play it as a 2/3. It's not really a strong turn, but it is something to do. So yeah, Thoughtcast didn't work out, but this is alright. I don't like it as much as the green-white combo deck that I was playing. Where is it? This thing. I also, after having went in, looked at the video to edit for YouTube, there was a card, because I played against this, that's how I know it existed. There's a card that's kind of interesting. This thing, where if you mill it, you don't really care. If you cast it, it surveils 2, which can get a little annoying, but there's nothing wrong with a little surveil 2, right? I mean, you are looking for specific cards every time, but with this, you can exile it from your graveyard and put a counter on your witness. And then you can do that to find another combo piece that's maybe just in your graveyard that you couldn't grab with your mill cards. So this is an interesting one. I don't know if I like it more than like the Kite Sail here, and I really don't even know what I would take out for it. Maybe some of the pacifies or something, but it is something to consider. So like, just throw it in there so I don't forget. That card wasn't on my radar until I had looked at the footage. I'm like, oh yeah, they played that card, and it makes sense. But I like this. It's not as good as the green-white one, I don't think, but you can probably finagle some funny to justify this over, say, the green-white combo deck that needs 1 less card to do the combo, which is massive. You could probably put this in a control shell, like these cards here, these 16 cards, and then you have the other chunk of your deck geared towards, I don't know, affinity? Like Refurbished Familiar, Cranial Ram. You could go like that route and do that dumb nonsense. Or you could maybe go Grixis Control. You could go Black-Red Control. You could maybe think about Madness. No, probably not Madness. Probably not Madness. Yeah, probably not. But there's different lines you could take. It's always nice to surprise your opponent when you have this thing in it, and outside of it you're doing like some other thing that it's more traditional, like an aggro deck or something. I just couldn't think of a shell that would exist in, because whatever that is, it does play a vastly slower game, because it's not all in on that other thing it's doing. So if it was an aggro deck, it has all these funny things in it that just get in the way, and you don't really want to discard them because they're part of your game plan. Or you're playing a control deck where you have these 16 cards in your deck that are like worse than lands, and you have to try to find it. So it's hard to do that. It's like really hard, but I'm sure there is some way to do it. I'm confident there's a way to do it. I don't know. Maybe if I can join the what is it, that one and this one, can join the deck somehow, but I have no idea how that would look. Like maybe you do 3 of each combo piece instead of 4 of each, but I don't like the idea of that really at all, because then you're playing a very clunky version of a control deck with a slightly less consistent combo because you've taken out copies of your combo, redundant copies. But there's no tutors or anything, so if you have a combo deck, I really think you want 4 of every combo piece, you just can't really tutor in Pauper, and that's just the nature of things. And this is historic Pauper, so there's no like 2-card combos that you see in regular Pauper. There's a few 2-card combos in Pauper now. I think there's actually a few that end the game immediately, not just simply gain infinite life or whatever, which would effectively end the game. But yeah, so that's it. I liked Demir Control. Did I have an outro for this? I think I did. I don't know, I'm yapping about it here anyways. I like this a lot. The pieces that I had to deal with certain decks were great. Like, outside of Bant Hexproof, so I took out the Edicts. The Edicts don't save you against Hexproof, so I don't think they're worth playing. The problem with them is you have 4 Edict spells, or even 6 to 8 of them. Eventually your opponent will just find a hexproof creature that you don't have an edict for, and you can do a draw-go game for a while. In turn 10, they can play another Bogle, and then start putting auras on it, and yeah, maybe you have a dream scenario where you now had like an Essence Scatter, so they could never play another creature, but just the fact that I constantly need an answer is just not great. There is the, this thing here, which I would probably play instead of Essence Scatter if you're going to deal with Bogles, because you can, like, if you Edict the first Bogle, and then you have this to kill the next creature that's, like, it shows up as a 1/1, and then you just, boom, kill it, and they can't do anything about it. That seems kind of interesting, and this also hoses some of the other funny decks out there, like Elves, I guess, although Elves isn't super prolific. There's a lot of 1-toughness things, though, that you could kill with that card. Snuff Out doesn't really deal with affinity too well because of the germ tokens or the refurbished familiars or really anything else. And it doesn't kill that madness creatures either. So this is not that exciting, really, unfortunately. But it does deal with Tolarian Terror quite nicely. It doesn't actually deal with Gurmag Angler. But I didn't see any Gurmag Anglers, or haven't yet. So this isn't that great. You'd think it's like an auto 4 of. Didn't really feel like that. Also, losing 4 life in a red matchup isn't free either. So, like a red deck that's throwing burn spells, you don't want to pay 4 life. So, there's a lot of spots where this isn't, like, crazy awesome. Like it would be maybe in more paper, pauper format stuff. But this thing was cool. It was brought to my attention by someone who played it and then beat me with it. So, this is cool. Yep, you just play one and they find the others. They shuffle with Brainstorm too. I like this a lot. It just draws a card and constantly finds itself. Huge fan of this. Doesn't make me want to play more Brainstorms though. But yeah, I mean, Pauper's great. There's so many things going on. I'm seeing so many different decks. I actually haven't seen the same degenerate affinity thing all the time. If this format was around forever, I think I said this last time, and the time before that, and the time before that. If it was around, I think Cranial Ram would be banned immediately, right? I think it's no contest, so unfortunately, because the format is not like a sanctioned thing that's regulated and will never exist, because they hate giving us a format that people can play without giving them $200 in a digital platform, I think Cranial Ram would not be in that format. But unfortunately, we have to just deal with it, because that's the thing. But hey, you can just scoop and move on to the next game, and, you know, no harm, no foul, I guess. But I'm not sure, because there's so many cantrip options now, what you should be doing definitively. And I guess it depends on your deck. But Tolarian Terror still seems like a really good, like, win condition just for a control deck, which I personally would rather it not be a creature to be a win condition. The last time I actually liked that was the turtle, and man, has it been a minute. It has been a minute since we... Okay, can we do things? Since this was a win condition. If we could go back to these days... Oh, look at that beauty. Oh, look at that beauty. Beautiful. I should just play it for old time's sake. Just put one in here, but we're well past these days. In fact, I don't even really know if we were ever here. don't think these days ever actually existed, but like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I don't even know how long at this point. I played Popper with this as the win condition, and I didn't really see other people doing it, so I don't know. I don't know if it was really a thing, but hey, I want to go back to these days. You know, just the 6 mana 4/5, slam it and play. What do you got? Kind of questions. There's so much. Even if you could play that, it still just dies to a fair amount of things that you could expect, like Bogles or Edicts, I guess, if it was like that prolific. Ward 2 is not hexproof, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So I guess the last thing I'll say is counterspells are a little unappealing. You can't counter something that has already resolved, and while games do go on for a while, I just don't really like them. Soft counters feel completely unreasonable to me. Like, oh, counter it, let's say pay 2. Games take too long on average. Everyone can pay for mana leak. At least I feel as though they can. At least later on in the game. Obviously, if it's in your opener and it's your turn to play, yeah, cool. But later on in the game, I just don't like them. Whereas other formats, it doesn't necessarily feel like that's entirely the case. Like, it feels like mana leak lasts longer in Modern or Legacy than it would in Pauper. So I don't like soft counters. And for the hard counters, it's like just maybe kind of Essence Scatter, which was in here for a second, and I took it out. Again, you can't counter. It doesn't help you control what has already been cast, and this format really wants you to have like a safe. You want to stabilize the board, and those are just super proactive instead of like reactive kinds of ways of doing that. It's like, oh, stop your... it's all reaction, but you know what I mean. You're trying to stop it before it becomes a problem, as opposed to, now I can just kill it because it's resolved. Can't Essence Scatter a resolved threat. But I'm sure there's logic in some counter spells, but I would really think they have to be hard counters, and for the most part, I think they really want to be 2 mana. I don't really think we're going into 3 mana counter spells, and it feels like it's been like that for quite a while. I have not seen like a 3 mana hard counter sent in this format in a lot of times that this midweek thing has been around. I really don't know the last time I've seen a 3 mana counter spell. Maybe I just did it randomly, or I just can't remember. But it's hard to do that. It's like really hard to do that. Like, you have to constantly cast spells, and that just is a 3 mana spell that might just counter a random 2/1 that wasn't doing much, right? Like, I think things have to line up too much for it to be great. But I don't know, you know, it's not like it won't counter something if you put it in your deck. But I felt like this was fine without counter spells. It does make you a bit more weak to, I guess, combo decks, but a lot of combo, actually basically every combo deck is kind of creature centric, and you have a lot of removal for that, so it's not that big of a deal, really. Or at least it didn't feel like it was. But yeah, the main thing here is just figuring out what the right card draw package is, because I don't think I have figured that out yet. I think this is fine. These are fine if you can justify them. I mean, they're basically an auto-include in any deck if you can justify it, and I don't think it impedes Tolarian Terror too much. But like the Deduce, I don't know. The cantrip counts, I don't know. Fetch lands are at 0, so I only had 2 brainstorms. I don't know. You tell me, but hey, that is what it is. So let me know what you thought about these 2 decks. If you have ideas to make them more betterer or something, let me know. More interesting, let me know. But